Yo, JJ, I do have a question for you.
Yeah,
So, if you're solid JJ, that means there's a liquid JJ out there as well, right?
there was.
There was. What happened to him?
He's one with the sand now.
Oh no. Rest in peace. I was hoping to get him on after you, but damn.
You're gonna have to cut this part out of the video.
Uh,
People are
damn it.
looking for him. I can't. They can't come
Damn
back
it.
to me.
But yeah, hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of OverVoice Season 3. Today I have the lovely solid JJ with me. JJ, would you like to introduce yourself, my friend?
Hi, I'm JJ. I can do mediocre impressions and I do robot chicken, but with a lower budget.
I've you know what? That's kind of I've never thought about it that way. I've been watching a lot of Robot Chicken as well recently, so yeah, I guess it does work. But yeah, thank you so much for coming on, man. I really love your work, dude. Um, I'm sure many of you guys might recognize him for a lot of his works out there, whether that's stuff that's memes that have been animated or not. Um, but yeah, dude, JJ, thank you so much for coming on, man.
Yeah, of course, man. I love spreading my wings and telling all the dirt that I know.
But yeah, my first question to you, JJ, is what kind of got you started into content creation and or voice acting, and what's your journey been like so far?
Well, content creation as a whole, I've always been into ever since I was like 10. And I remember to this day, I was walking through Best Buy and they had the iPod Touch that had just come out, and you could toy with it, and I did, and I found YouTube, which at the time was that fucking old-timey TV app, and
Oh yeah,
it
that's
was
right. It's like the little like the
yeah.
brown box, right?
I have no idea how you managed how that app worked anymore. I can't even picture it. But I watched I watched fucking Fred, and I thought it was awesome. Fuck, Fred is part of it. It's part of my
No
journey.
way. Fucking
Yeah,
Fred Figglehorn,
fucking
really?
Fred FIGGLEHORN just and I fucking like my the neurons fired in my brain. I'm like, this is what I want to do. And a lot of trial and error growing up. And then, honestly, ironically enough, it wasn't even when I was trying that it took off. I was doing snake impressions, which is where solid comes from, by the way, which always
Yeah.
shocks people because I don't do the voice too much anymore. But I was doing snake voices on TF2 with friends, and then I thought it would be funny if I did a page where like you could send me quotes or whatever, and I'd do like a codec call for you in my shitty snake voice using my Apple headphones in my car.
Nice.
And then, obviously you can piece together how I got from here to there, but no point in explaining. It's obvious from there.
The rest is history.
The
Yeah.
rest is, yeah, history.
I'm surprised people are super surprised about the solid pot because I remember because with every video you have like the animated like sponsor segments and your avatar looks like Solid Snake and I'm like okay that's where the solid comes from, so I'm surprised that's where people got confused about it.
It's like whenever I have a female voice actor, they're always shocked as if it's like the first time they're realizing it. It's like, whoa, what? He's showing the ball. A female.
Oh yeah, that's right, the cries and lack of voice actors, that was a thing for a while.
Ev Because of that, every female voice actor is the first female voice actor.
That's so true. But I gotta ask, dude. In terms of like writing, because I really enjoy your writing style. Like, what's like the process of like writing each skit?
Well, it depends. I guess when it comes to writing, uh, which I should say now, I don't write too many of them.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
Most of the time it's improv. Most of the time I'm coming up
Oh,
with it as I go.
even better, dude.
Which is insane to do, and I don't suggest anyone try it. But when I write a video, normally it's just I like to have it seems like something that I'm pretty sure it's just every process for everyone. It's just I like to have the conversation in my head,
True.
not so much as like what the characters would say, but like just a very realistic, normal conversation. So if like there's a bomb, instead of being like, we need to get rid of this bomb, it's like, oh shit, I don't know what the fuck do we do there? And the other guy's like, I don't know, fuck, and then I just like branch from there and like tweak it to fit the character or whatnot. The voices, I will say, the voices do the work a lot of the time.
That's
Because
fair.
when you're saying something in a certain voice, if it be a Superman voice or a Green Goblin voice, the lines come out with it, you know? I don't know how to explain it, but like the character normally drives the dialogue.
Yeah. I gotta say like the timing as well. I imagine it's a lot once you like have all the lines out, it might be a bit easier for you to like put like the timing for like each comedic bit, if that makes sense. So it goes from like serious to oh okay, now the shit's getting derailed now.
It really, yeah. It's the timing being as quick and like I guess neck break pace as it is comes from the fact that I started on Instagram
Mm.
where your video had to be within a minute or else you couldn't upload it.
Oh, that's
It
right.
had to be a minute long. So if you wanted to fit in a whole minute's worth of gags, right, you had to splice that shit so that each line was like bop, 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 bop. And then as I got better and faster with it, I really enjoyed that. So I made it even faster.
Hell
And
yeah.
now it's at a point where people say they have to slow down the video to watch it.
Fair enough. I think on Instagram the max is like 90 seconds now, so I might be wrong.
Oh
But
yeah, they upped it now,
yeah, but it's
little
only
finger to
by like
me.
by like 30 seconds, so so it's not a whole lot. But I mean, actually, no. There's the reels. The reels. I think you can go as long as you want with the reels, if I'm not mistaken. I might be
Reels
wrong.
can go like an hour now.
Yeah.
They waited until after I started uploading elsewhere. Now they start doing it.
That's how they get you, man. But I gotta ask as well. Um, out of all the skits that you've done, this might be really hard to like narrow it down. But do you have like particular favorites? If not a favorite that you're really like really proud of?
Hmm. I struggle with the thing I think everyone does, where it's hard to like watch something you made and be like, this is great. You
That's
know,
fair.
I
Yeah.
can't if someone is around me and they put it on, I immediately leave the room. I can't hear it. But ones I'm proud of, one that I feel like is so fucking underrated is Drake and Josh caused the Chernobyl incident. That's one of my favorite videos, just because I don't just it was so fun to do, and it's the dumbest video I ever done, and it's the only time I ever just straight up like said, "Fuck the screenshots," just cut them out and put them in Chernobyl, which isn't a thought that comes to mind in many videos, but in that specific instance, it just worked so well. It was a lot of fun. It's one of those. It's like the Death Note videos, I guess, where it's like
Yeah.
it's like a writing exercise where I try to write it so that it's goofy but it fits in the world.
Hell yeah. I my favorite one is personally my favorite one is the one you did with my friend Tom, the the Transformers one.
That was him. That was him. I made suggestions. I did the voices, but Tom wrote that full sale. He had
Yeah.
a vision from the start. The guy's very funny,
Yeah,
very talented.
he's a very funny goofball guy. I've known Tom for a while. He's I love that man to pieces. It's just the fucking names that got me. It's like, because you know it makes sense, right? Because Cliff Jumper and you have like the like what's like reach around doesn't sound so bad, right? And hand job and I don't know about butt plug, but yeah, I think the other two could actually be actual Transformers. I've seen worser names actually in the actual
Well, butt plug
Transformers.
comes from a whole line of butt plugs.
Yeah, it's true. The whole line of butt plugs, it's a generation to generation. Um, I think there's an actual transformer called Drill Nuts. That's actual name, by the way.
Wow, they
So
can't
like,
even you can't even like convince me that they didn't know what they were doing when they named it.
oh yeah, absolutely not. Like, I think they knew what they were doing with that. But but yeah, you mentioned at the start that you kind of see these videos kind of like Robot Chicken. So did like Robot Chicken like have like take like so like did these videos like take inspiration from like Robot Chicken in some way?
Uh, Not consciously. I mean, I was introduced to more shocking parody videos through Robot Chicken. I still remember when I was I think it was 8 or 9 or something. I was spending the night over at my grandparents' house and they fell asleep and it was 3 a.m. They left the TV on and it was the Mario GTA video
Oh
where
yeah.
Mario gets fucking lit up in Raccoon City or whatever.
Yeah.
And that fucking I turned off the TV and went straight to bed after that. I'm like, all right, no, no, no. And then there are times where I'll make a video and I'll go back and I'm like, oh, this is like something Robot Chicken did or whatnot. It's just like the Star Wars ones, especially a lot of comparisons between that. But that's also partially because Seth Rogen is also a big inspiration. Not so much Family Guy, but like the cutaways that he does when it's like the joke just goes on way too long,
Oh, you mean
or when it's like
oh,
just
you mean Seth MacFarlane? Seth Rogen's like the actor.
oh Seth Rogen, oh fuck it's Seth Rogen. I'm sorry.
This Seth Rogen's like I'm
Yeah,
from
that his
Banana
lot that
Slimmer.
I'm a big
That one.
fan of weed. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
that's true. It wasn't Pineapple Express, to be fair.
Seth, Seth MacFarlane was a big inspiration. The jokes like most of the time the jokes that people find like the worst, like the fucking cutaway to the fucking musician for 3 minutes, stuff like that, where it's like an obnoxious joke. That's my favorite. I love
Yeah.
that.
I think people shit on Family Guy way too much. I still enjoy it. I don't think it's the funniest thing in the world, but I don't know. It's part of there's some charm in it. You know, it's like The Simpsons. Like The Simpsons hasn't been like the best show in a while either. Far from it, but you know, it's charming. You know, they're still going. And for me personally, it's more like if you're able to keep the gag going, keep the bit going for this long. Honestly, props to you, man. That is actually very impressive.
Thank you. It's really a matter of evolving as you do it. If you're making stuff, videos, whatever it is, if you're not like, you can make the same thing over and over again and it'll work. People that like it will like it. But creatively, if you're not changing it up and evolving with it, then you're gonna burn out.
Yeah, for real. Speaking of burning out, well, not really burning out. Oh, that was a horrible segue. I just wanted to talk about Fred because like I've fucking Fred Figglehorn
We all
because
want to
like
talk about Fred. That's everyone, man.
yeah, because he was Fred for a while. Like the what's his name? I think his real name's like Lucas or something, and he played him for a while. Then he just kind of stopped, and then he became Lucas, and he was like, "Oh, I fucking hate Fred now." I was like, "Damn, dude." But yeah, how long you been watching Fred for? I gotta ask. Were you like around for when Fred versus Annoying Orange was a thing?
Oh fuck me, dude. I can't even remember. I watched Fred when he was still doing videos in his fucking with his camcorder and just like raising
Hmm.
the pitch on his computer. Like I think this is the first time I've been asked about Fred. This is bringing up memories. Uh yeah, dude, I love Fred. Fred was I watch Fred every day. It's what before I do a video, I pop one on and get the energy flowing.
That'll do it. I genuinely didn't know that he pitched his voice. I thought that was just real because like when you pitch audio, right? The audio didn't sound like it was peaking or anything like that, right? It sounded almost scarily natural. So I always thought that was just his natural voice, but it's not. But like when he got older, you can kind of tell because I ended up watching the Fred TV show on Nickelodeon, and then there was like three Fred movies, and John Cena plays his dad, which is the funniest shit I've ever seen.
Yeah, they
Um,
milked the fuck out of that little white boy.
they did. I don't get it. But shit, whatever works, man. I don't know. I was like sort of the opposite. I knew of Fred. I watched a little bit of Fred. But I was more of the annoying orange kind of guy. I watched him for way too fucking long. I thought he was funny for longer than I should have, to be honest. Like, and I was almost 13. I still found him funny, bro. That's not good. you know?
Well, he's like the big three of comedy. It's Abbott Costello, the Three Stooges, and Fred.
Yeah, yep, Fred's up there for sure. Um, so when are you getting the collab with Weezer, huh?
Oh fuck yeah, dude! I got it's Weezer. That video it lives in my head.
That is same like I remember I watch it like all the time like it just plays my mind like subconsciously, but I want to know what recording that was like, like because like oh my god, it's Weezer. Like how many takes did that take? And you can clearly see like the guys from Weezer just standing there like not reacting to it. So I'm like, I want to know what recording that day was because it's just Fred Figglehorn and Weezer's behind them, and it's like, oh shit, it's Weezer.
I'm just excited. I'm just curious what the room looked like when their manager told them like, "Hey, tomorrow we're gonna have to go over to the Hampton Hotel or whatever because we have to film the video with Fred Figglehorn."
That's so true.
And they're like, "What the fuck is that?" And they just show him like his video on YouTube, and they just stare at it for a minute.
For real. Like, oh, by the way, you're gonna be recording with Fred Figglehorn, but after that, you're gonna go on a tour with Green Day and Fall Out Boy the next day. So,
Just a little buffer in between, yeah.
yeah. So this is like the start of your tour with Mr. Fred Figglehorn himself. So the Fred lore actually goes really deep. There's a lot. I have to fucking look back, but goddamn, like but when I see Fred and I see like now things nowadays like Skibidi Toilet, it's like what, we're not so different, you and I.
Fred had substance, man. Fred had a message.
That's
Fuck
true.
Kevin.
Yeah, fuck Kevin, man. Hate
Kevin,
that
if you're
guy.
listening to this, fuck you, buddy.
Yeah, fuck you,
Two middle
Kevin.
fingers from me right now. You can't see
Hell,
it, but you can feel it.
I can feel it, bro. If he's watching, I hope he knows that he's being hated on right now for
Hope you get
fucking.
shot, Fred. Or Kevin, fuck.
Hope you get shot, Kevin. I gotta ask as well, because you worked on with my friend Thomas Hall on Cabin Tales as well. So um recording from the skits to that, it's quite a jump, so I
Oh
want to know
boy,
like,
yeah.
so I was gonna say like, what was how was your time recording for that, dude?
So I was brought in because I am mutual friends with Michael Vale,
Mm,
voiceover Requiem, who's also a
yeah,
very talented guy. He's in a lot of my videos as well.
hell yeah.
He brought me in for, I think it was just a side character in a sketch or something, but things changed and I ended up doing like a secondary character in this thing. And up until that point, the closest I'd ever gotten to like any genuine voice work, because I will say this like top and bottom till the cow comes home. I don't consider myself a voice actor outside of the fact that I voice act. I don't train. I don't have, I guess, I don't know. I don't think I have the skill set to really consider myself one. But when we did that, Tom directed me, and it was like the first time I got real fucking direction before.
Mm.
And he pulled out of me a performance that I didn't even know I was capable of. It was scarier than anything in the fucking episode, I'll say. It
That,
was surreal. It's a big jump, going from just straight up like dicking around to actually trying to do something, but it was really fulfilling.
that's fair, man. I'm glad you had a really good time with him, man. He's an awesome director. I love him to pieces. But dude, you're a voice actor, man. You don't what is this? What is this? You what is this? You're not a faker. You're a real one, bro. You gotta own it. Own it.
I don't know. Maybe it's imposter syndrome, but
Oh,
I
that's
will.
fair. Oh, everyone, you know what? All the voice actors feel imposter syndrome. See, you are a voice actor, man.
It's a
Exactly.
badge of, yeah, it's the badge of honor.
Exactly. It's just imposter syndrome for the fucking, I don't know. It doesn't really go away, So you're in it for the long haul at this point. You kind of have to be now. But
Fair enough.
but yeah, dude. I've noticed for some of your recent videos, they've kind of you've been able to like get like full on like different like styles of like animation for like the Three Stooges or like Lego animations and stuff. So like in terms of like getting those videos in production, like waiting for the animation to get back, how long do they usually take to I guess write voice and then send off and then come back and then you upload and all that jazz?
Well, it depends on the video. If it's something simple like there were some like the super speed is the worst superpower or whatnot, which I had art from the French Pineapple, who's like my main artist, does a fantastic job replicating whatever style I throw at him. With those, it's more like I can picture in my head what I want with one or two frames of unique art, which I'll then sketch out, and it's disgusting. I'll send you what my what my fucking sketches look like. They're horrible, but you can kind of see how they come together. But then, like the Lego animation video you mentioned, that was a grueling process. I had to really sit down and figure out what exactly I wanted. I had to like picture the shots, picture what characters, logistics, sets, uh, budget, of course, because it can get really expensive. So I had to write that, record that, mix that, get the timing right, and send it out and hope to God he didn't fuck it up because I'm not there, right? I have to just hope to God that it comes out right. And of course it does. Everyone that I've worked with so far, if you go through any list, is fantastic job all around. But that's part of what I was saying before about burning out. With growth with the channel, I'm able to afford more artists and animators,
Mm,
and with that, while I, of course, I'm still going to do the screenshot show stuff, that's always fun. That's part of it. But I also have ideas that I can't just recycle content from. Like if I have a character that I want to include, like this weekend I did Snowflame, right?
mm.
If I wanted to do a Snowflame video, that I don't have much to work with, right? I can use like comic screenshots, which is fine, right? For people that want to do that, that's fine. But now I'm in a place where I can actually like flesh out videos from not just like what I, use what I have, but like create something new. And that's
Hell
been
yeah.
very fulfilling. That's been very fulfilling.
Hell yeah, man. I gotta ask as well. Because I know you. What was it like getting like your first sponsor for like videos and stuff like that?
Oh, gamer subs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
those guys are fucking great. They reached out to me, and I'm lucky I saw it because I get a lot of emails saying like whatever brand. I don't take many sponsorship deals because I don't want to do one if I don't like the product, and it's always
That's
stuff I don't
fair.
really care for.
Yeah,
Like I don't know if I'm allowed to say these, but like the AFK games and all those shit. Like I don't really care for them.
that's fair.
But Gamer Subs came out and they're like, "Hey, look, this is an energy drink. We're sending it to you. If you like it, go for it. If you don't, fuck it." I'm like, "That's really cool. Okay,
Hey,
send
nice.
me free shit. I'm just gonna take it and never do it." Unfortunately, I like the drink, so I had to do it.
Fair enough. Unfortunately, they're gonna pay you to promote their drink.
They're really cool though because they give me a lot of freedom. I can say whatever I want in the ad. I can They have like their brand is like anime hentai titty shit, which I'm not really into so much.
That's
So
fair.
they just say, "Hey, just sponsor the drink. You can make fun of the brand. You can say fuck us. You can say whatever you want." I've done
You could say fuck ass. That's
yeah,
beautiful.
I done whatever. I did an ad where like where three of my clones kill themselves, and that's the ad. And it
True.
works. People buy it still, which is
I
awesome.
mean,
I'm very fortunate.
that's marketing right there. I mean, it's not too far off. You got hentai and you got solid JJ videos. It's
No, no,
not too far off. I mean,
yeah. You know what? It can be like those subway. I can be like the Subway Surfer video. If you get bored,
oh
if you go,
yeah,
if you're
yeah. I know.
scrolling through all that stuff and you're like, oh, this porn is boring, and you just put my video at the bottom.
Dude, I don't fucking get the Subway Surfers. Like like when the TikToks you like there's a video and like the half the screen is like Subway Surfers gameplay. I don't get it because like the Subway Surfers gameplay is just bad because like I can do better. Actually, I end up watching the Subway Surfers gameplay more than the video, and it's like, dude, come on, why? How'd you lose to that fucking train, bro?
It's a psyop, dude. It's a psyop to get you to play the game because you're like, fuck this guy, I can do better, and then you're playing it.
Damn. Oh shit, you're right. That's how they got me, man. I'm just a fucking mouse in the rat race or whatever they call it.
We're all
Uh
surfing in this subway we call life.
yeah, we'll surf it in the subway. But yeah, I gotta ask as well, because I believe you got to interview Kaiser Neko not too long ago, eh?
Oh yeah, that was yeah, on the podcast thingy show. Yeah, I do once
Yeah.
every year.
Because you
Uh,
worked with because you worked with Kaiser a couple of times. So I gotta ask like what's he like? Because like he's because like I know he's like he made like Dragon Ball Z Abridged, Helsing, he part of that like Renaissance at the time. Bro's like pretty much like my childhood. It's weird, because like it's weird, right? But like, what was like speaking to him like? Because I know he's probably very chill.
yeah, no, he's a great guy. I had the same reaction talking to him, of course, when we bumped heads. I watched his show all throughout like high school, college. Big fan of his work. Everyone on that team's work, of course, but him being such a big part of it, the editing and everything is so impressive. He's such a nice guy. He has the patience of a saint. He's very kind. That episode we recorded, I think we recorded it in fucking February. It came out like what night 2 months ago, and he
Yeah.
was chill about the whole fucking thing.
Hey.
He's a great guy, and working with him was like the first big time that I worked with someone that I looked up to, and when I realized that was like a venue, then it just opened the world to just like reaching out to whoever the fuck and seeing what happened. And that has resulted in a lot of really cool work relationships and even friendships.
Hell yeah, man. I'm fucking glad, dude. I need to see you in a Team Full Sasuke at some point. That's
Oh
gotta happen.
God.
I mean, technically, you've
I,
kind of made a few. I mean, I would technically count them as them, right? Uh,
yeah, yeah, it counts. It counts. It counts.
Oh, it
Let's
definitely
just say
counts.
that. Put it in the wiki.
It definitely counts. Oh, speaking of Kaiser, I didn't expect him to fucking flame J.K. Rowling like that this year. Oh my god, did you see that?
No, what happened?
Oh, okay, so you don't know. Okay, so pretty much J.K. Rowling was like, "Hey guys, I'm not transphobic," and then Kaiser was like, "Actually, let me pull up all the fucking things you said." So he just flames her. He brings up like every transphobic thing she said, and then she was like, nuh-uh, mm." So like, damn, he fucking got her ass.
That is insane. I gotta look into that.
Oh, this was like this was like a couple weeks ago, I think. But yeah, that was just I was not expecting that in this fucking year of 2024.
Yeah,
Fucking
Kaiser's a nice guy, but he's got claws.
yeah, yeah, he's got claws, and he's probably dealt with a lot of people on the internet for a while, so he probably knows this rodeo for a bit, you know. Silence.
Oh, sorry, I didn't. Yeah, yeah, no, I agree though. You guys fucking tough.
Yeah, I gotta ask, like, do you end up dealing with a lot of like trolls and haters a lot, or nah?
Not really.
Yeah, that's good.
I I've been very fortunate. Normally, I mean, I get some comments, of course, that people say it's old or tired, and yes, it is, but fuck you.
Yeah.
Uh, but it's just the normal shit, and I don't think I've ever gotten like real shit. And the times that I do, what I like to do normally is actually just like straight up respond to them.
Yeah.
Like whenever I get a comment saying this is really shit, this is like so stupid, cringe, whatever, respond to them and be like, all right, yeah, what would you like? What do you think I should do differently next time? And 9 out of 10 times they have nothing.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta or just link them to the gamer subs because isn't like copium right now. So like
Yeah, yeah,
so
do
yeah,
that.
exactly. You gotta do that. But yeah, I gotta ask my last question to you, man, is do you have any pieces of advice for people who want to start out in their content creation journey or people who are in like the midst of creating content?
Sure. So for you listen out there, little Joey, clutching your thumbs together, kicking your feet. I'm picturing you right now just to help myself. Uh, what you need to do, first of all, is just stop thinking of what you're gonna do and just do it. Stop thinking like I need to get this animator, I need to get this kind of style, I need to get this voice, I need to get this microphone, I need to get this equipment. Just fucking do a video. All right, because I got my start making videos on my phone. Up until, I'm not fucking kidding you, up until I would say 2 years ago, every video on my channel, all the superhero ones, all of the whatever, were made on my phone.
Nice. I I
All of them were
I
made on a
I
free app.
wow. I never would have guessed. I genuinely wouldn't have.
My I used a USB microphone I got from Best Buy that was $50
Hell yeah.
and my phone and just a dream and I fucking went for it and I did it.
Hell yeah.
And that's not to say that you can just throw shit at a wall and hope it sticks, but if you're not creating something, then you're not creating something. That's really just as it is. Try not to get so anxious about it. Try not to compare yourself to what other people are doing. Do your own thing because now I was doing something stupid, and now like 3 or 4 channels will sprout up doing the exact same thing. Power to them too, right? But like, you don't have to find a niche. Just make your own.
Exactly.
If it's good, people will come. If it's not, then you build from there.
Hell yeah, man. And with that awesome note, this interview comes to a close. JJ, thank you so much for coming on and spending time with little old me, man. I appreciate it, dude.
Of course, of course. This has been a dream come true for me too. I got to talk about Fred.
Oh hell yeah, let's go. I am so happy. We can talk about Fred all goddamn day if we have to. But
Yes.
yes we can. But JJ, where can people find you on social media and all that stuff? I can link everything in the description when it comes out.
You can follow me on Solid JJ pretty much wherever you find your content. I'm a leech. I'm kind of everywhere. Uh, and if you want to hear me talk for like 2 hours on end, there's the Joe Schmo Show. It's a
Mm.
podcast I do very irregularly. I have an episode with Hugbees that's supposed to come out ideally this month.
Hell
So
yeah.
let's see if that comes true.
Hell yeah. Well, hopefully it does. I'll definitely be watching, man. But dude, thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate your time. And guys, thank you so much for watching. And we'll see you for the next interview. Bye, everybody.